Great. Good evening again. Happy to begin my report with an update on district events. It's been 2 weeks since our last board meeting. In tonight's budget preview, I spoke about the district's 10 goals we are working on this year to support the 6 strategies and the strategic plan. Since we are at the mid-year point, since our year starts in July, I have been meeting with the administrators to reflect on the progress made on the goals thus far and plans moving forward on the goals for the remaining months of the year. This is our first year using goals to achieve progress on the strategies of the strategic plan. Each administrator oversees the progress of one goal for their school or department, and as you know, the board has its own goals, which we'll be talking a little bit about later in our discussion on policy. So each administrators had a meeting with me, and I've been very impressed with the progress that's been made so far on the goals, and I'm very proud of the work that is taking place. Last week we had an extended day, which is when all of our teachers stay for 2 hours after school to engage in professional learning. Work was done at the middle school, furthering their efforts on their goal of differentiation. They met with a professional developer who looked specifically at how to use Schoology to help them reach differentiation, so using the technology that we have to support their goal of differentiation. And the high school met and worked as a whole group and then in departmental groups on their goal of communication. And BRS actually revisited their topic from last year, which was guided reading and an unofficial goal of the school building. And they reflected, revised, and articulated lessons in guided reading so that they could have a shared space, so that they could work together collegially and capitalize on each other's work and see what other colleagues are doing and use those lessons, modify and or adapt or use as is. So work is ongoing around the goals as just exemplified just by the extended day from last week. So as part of my goal as superintendent on safety, we are working right now in the reunification safety task force. So we met, we had our first meeting, the last board meeting, that was that Tuesday. We had another one the following Tuesday, and we had another one just today. So we've met 3 out of the 4 times, and we're really excited about the work that we're doing around reunification. The meetings were all scheduled for 2 hours, and the amount of work that we've been able to get done in these 6 hours by these 20 people or so coming together, from administrators to community members to parents in the school district, everyone coming together, it's really been tremendous, and we're looking forward to communicating with the community about our work and the fruits of our labor. There might be a video, there will be definitely communication on social media, on the winter newsletter, and on the Pville Press, of course. So it might come out in 100 different ways, but everybody will have a chance to get the information on the reunification. So we're excited about that. And in the world of academics, our students in grades 8 through 12, they finished their second marking period last Friday, and they are engaged in midterms this week, and a couple of Regents exams are thrown in there too. The January Regents are ongoing this week. They run concurrently. The second quarter ends for grades 5 through 7 this coming Friday, when the midterm week will end as well. So our high school team will be meeting with the class of 2027 and their families in the coming weeks as part of the comprehensive 8th grade transition plan. So that's already starting as well. It will be starting. In the world of arts, there's rehearsals and behind the scenes work is well underway for the high school performance this year of Bye Bye Birdie. So tickets are already on sale. You can go to the Pleasantville Friends of the Performing Arts website for showtime and to purchase your tickets. In athletics, I do feel like a news reporter today with my big headlines going on. In the world of athletics, the winter season is heating up, in the words of Mr. Palumbo. Teams are preparing for postseason competition. The Pleasantville wrestling team captured the league championship at Putnam Valley last week, and several students have earned individual awards on our teams in recent weeks. If you're watching News 12, I think on Thursday, you might see one of our wrestlers has been interviewed, so check it out. There's a big tournament this coming weekend. BRS had a 3rd and 4th grade chorus concert that was absolutely heart-melting and wonderful. They did a tremendous job. 4th grade had Walk in My Shoes, excuse me. So students were engaged in experiences that mirror those of individuals that have dyslexia, a learning disability, a speech impairment, or that of a person who is nonverbal. So it's a really great opportunity to get the feeling that other people have all day, every day, and to develop a sense of what that feels like, and hopefully better make them better friends and better peers to their fellow students. I just also wanted to finalize and mention that the 23-24 school calendar is playing peekaboo. It was on the agenda, and then I took it off the agenda because I have to do some work with the TAP before I can put it in front of the board. So I'm also meeting on Friday with the superintendent's group, and I say again, we're talking about the calendar. Really, this calendar is presenting just a couple of challenges. First of all, nobody wants to play nicely about spring break week. So spring break week and where it sort of falls. Typically it falls during Passover. It doesn't fall, typically no matter, unless you put it that week, which is really at the end of March, I believe. So there's still a lot of ongoing chat about the 23-24 calendar. The week off presents itself that depending upon how much time you give yourself before you come back and have the 3 through 8 ELA test. So if you have off like one of the later weeks, you come back, you kind of have 2 days of school, and whether you administer Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday will depend. And next year we're moving to required computer-based testing. So there's just, a couple of factors depending. Some schools want to come back earlier, and then if you have BOCES alignment, if you have students going out to BOCES programs and busing and different kinds of things. So it is helpful for many different reasons when there's a lot of similarity in the school district calendars, because we have such proximity, we do have shared services, and we have also like shared people, parents and kids in different districts that would have different spring breaks and things like that. So maybe one more round with the superintendents and some engagement with our TAP about their contract and starting when they would want to start if it is before September 1st. So hopefully it will play peekaboo again and come out of hiding for the next board meeting. We should have a 23-24 calendar. So thank you.